Hi guys, and welcome to the Bristol Rovers vs Sunderland match preview. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a AC Milan top. Basically, I got it around Christmas time, but I was too fat to wear it. I was really heavily overweight, but I've lost a couple of stones since Christmas. So this morning I tried it on and noticed it fit, so that's where we are now. I'm just not clinically obese anymore. But on to the match preview, where of course this weekend, Saturday, away from home at Bristol Rovers, we'll be locking horns with none other than Joey Barton. It always ends up being Sunderland against Joey Barton, not the team he's managing. For example, whenever we took on Fleetwood, we really struggled against Fleetwood, regardless of what kind of players he had on the pitch. Joey Barton always had the ability to really get his plays up for games against Sunderland. There was times where we played Fleetwood where they were on the back of 3 straight defeats, and they play us and they either beat us or they play better than us, but we managed to scrape a draw. It just has that ability to bring teams up a level when they take on Sunderland, because we hate him, and I'm pretty goddamn sure that he hates us as well. And I'm almost certain that if we listen to a match or a pre-match press conference of Joey's, I haven't seen anything yet as I'm recording this, but I'm pretty sure he'll probably talk about how big we are for this league. We're too big, or we have loads of money, and he'll compare the amount of money we've got in comparison to Bristol Rovers. That's what he likes to do. He likes to play the victim before a ball's been kicked. So then regardless, it's a win-win for him. And if we win 2 or 3-0, if he sees us celebrate anything, he'll say that we're pathetic and why are we acting like it's a Champions League final. He did it last time. We scored a 95th minute equaliser against them, whatever it was. Of course we're going to celebrate. And then he took the mick saying we celebrated like it was a Champions League final. No, we're football fans. We celebrate when our team scores a last kick of the game equaliser. It happens, Joey. So it's just a sour little prick, isn't he? I just hate him so much for so many reasons. But either way, so Bristol Rovers, I do apologise. I've got nothing but respect for your club, but now that Joey's there, kind of hate you a bit. So, so Bristol Rovers, they're currently in 21st, I do believe. So they're in the relegation zone at the minute, not doing great. We expected, or I expected anyway, a bit of a boost when Joey went there originally. Nothing really. It hasn't been that big sort of new manager bounce since he has arrived. And last 3 games have lost them. Particularly last time out, we lost 1-0 to Swindon, which was a crucial game down towards the bottom. They lost that one as well. So we're going into this game, again, meeting another team that aren't in a good run of form. So can we take advantage of that? We shall see, of course, this weekend. But over the course of the week, there was a huge midweek game, I'm sure you were all aware of. Blackpool took on Peterborough, and Blackpool got a massive win. Blackpool, I'm pretty sure they're unbeaten in 12 as well now. So they're in a mad run of form, absolutely mad. And I'm pretty terrified to play him now. I think we've got a couple of games against Blackpool as well to go. So they're a team in form and they're absolutely flying. So they beat Peterborough by 3-1. So if we win this weekend, we could be in second. We could be in second. And yet if we win a lot of our games now, the majority of our games, we could go top of the league, because even Hull, who are above us, top of the league, we've got a couple of games in hand over them. If we win our games in hand over them, we go top of the league. If we win our games in hand game in hand over Peterborough, we go into the top 2. So if we keep on winning, but don't focus too hard, that's a bit contradictory, but if we don't focus too hard on the others, focus on ourselves, focus on our performances, we could end up winning the league. There's 11 games left and anything can happen, but we're looking brilliant at the moment. Of course, we drew with Lincoln last weekend. I didn't do a match review last weekend because I didn't manage to watch the match as it happened. I did eventually manage to go back and watch highlights and a lot of the game anyway, and it was probably a fair result against the Lincoln side that were really trying to recover after they fell away over the last few weeks. But fortunately for us, like I say, a lot of results went our way, a lot of draws, so not much changed since then. But like I say, the Blackpool result has really done us a massive favour midweek. So this is a huge game for us and a massive opportunity. It's another must-win game for me, away from home. But now we will have a look at my preferred 11. But bear in mind that I have just watched Lee Johnson's press conference before this game, the pre-match presser for this game against Bristol Rovers, and he's given us a bit of an injury update. Denver Hume is back on the grass. He's been training for a little while now. He's going in hard challenges. He's going all full contact. But he did actually play 45 minutes in a behind closed doors friendly against Gateshead, where apparently he was doing quite well, but he was a bit rusty, according to Lee Johnson. He is going to be playing in another behind closed doors friendly early next week as well. So he's pretty much fit, but he's not match fit, of course. So he won't be playing tomorrow against Bristol Rovers. Jordan Jones, apparently there's a 30% chance, according to Lee Johnson, of him playing tomorrow. I'm going according to him not playing tomorrow with my predicted 11 or my preferred 11, I'm not including Jones because with 30% chance, it's not huge. You might end up being on the bench, you never know. But Bailey Wright as well, he's close to fitness, but he won't be featured tomorrow as well. So this is my preferred starting 11. Not my predicted, my preferred. So I've gone with a 3 at the back. Now, before you butcher me in the comments and say, 3 at the back doesn't work, just remember that we can always change this very, very quickly to a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2-2, with, of course, McFadzean dropping back into left back and everyone else pushing across, with, of course, 09 and Sanderson centre back and McLaughlin at right back. But I've just gone with this for the time being because I really, really like Conor McLaughlin on the right-hand side of a back 3 rather than as an individual out-and-out right back, because I feel like he gets isolated, and when he's up against a bit of pace, he can be very, very sus, and I feel like he can be a little bit sketchy at right back, and if he gets beaten for pace, then we're done, and he's isolated, whereas in a back 3, he can get on the ball, he can bring the ball forward, but if he is getting attacked and a little bit isolated on that right-hand side, you've got Lyndon Gooch as the sort of right winger / right wing back who helps and doubles up in wingers, so that really helps, and I think that really helps McLaughlin and get the best out of him. So this is just how I'm going with it. 09, Sanderson and McLaughlin is a starting back 3. McFadzean is the left wing back / winger kind of thing. Same with Gooch on the right hand side. Winchester and Power in the middle. Now there's a huge argument, and I think it just goes to show the strength and depth we've got. Power, I actually prefer him at right back now, but we know he's going to start, so there's no point in me messing around putting Ledbetter in there or Scowen. But I've really grown to like Winchester in recent weeks. In the last game against Lincoln, they pushed Winchester a bit further forward and kind of stuck him as a number 10 almost behind Charlie Wyke. And in all honesty, I didn't like that. He pressed well, but I don't feel like he got on the ball enough and shown his ability spread the play, pick out passes. That wasn't shown enough because he was kind of in the grey area between the midfield and the strikers, and I don't think he got on the ball enough. I think he's more influential in the game and he's more positive on the game when he is in the centre, but given the licence to go forward and pick it up from there, rather than just sticking him in between the final third and the middle third, because he kind of felt like he got lost a little bit at times against Lincoln. But I do really like him. I like how he controls it with Power as well. If Power kind of sits and allows Winchester to get forward from the middle, then I think that's where Winchester is most valuable. Now up across the top 3, I've gone with McGeady, Wyke and Maguire. You might think, why have I gone with Maguire? I just feel like the little bit piece and the bit parts is come on recently. I think he's shown enough to warrant that he can influence a game. Maguire generally, I think, because of his fitness, and he isn't the quickest, and I feel like he probably is going to be a super sub, but I just think he has that extra bit of quality. And if we went with someone else, for example, Diamond, I just don't think we'd get that creative spark that we get with Maguire. To have McGeady and Maguire in and around Wyke, which we haven't had for a long time from the start of the game anyway, I just think that would be more than enough to take on Bristol Rovers. Now, something else that we could maybe look at is getting Ross Stewart up there with Charlie Wyke, which is something I really want to see from the off. Lee Johnson was actually questioned in the pre-match presser to this game whether he thinks Stewart and Charlie Wyke can play together, and he said yes, absolutely. They're actually very, very different players. You might look at Ross Stewart as someone who he's massive. He's like 6'5", 6'4", whatever he is. He's huge, but that doesn't mean he's just simply a target man. If you remember, or if you do a little bit of research, he was actually playing on the left wing a lot for Ross County, and that's where he was making his name for himself there mainly. So it's not like he's just someone who you can just lob the ball up to and he'll win things in the air. He can play with his feet. He does have a little bit of pace with him. He presses very well. So I would like to see Ross Stewart up top with Charlie Wyke at some point, but I'm not going to bet that that's going to happen in this game, given that Ross Stewart has only played a couple of games and hasn't started either of them. But I wouldn't mind seeing Wyke and Stewart up top. But this is my preferred 11. Of course, let me know down below in the comments what your preferred 11 is. But now on to my score predictions. Now, I think if Joey Barton wasn't managing this side, I would go for a 2-3-0 win. We're catching Bristol Rovers at a bad time. They're really low down the league. It's easier said than done. That we get away with a 2 or 3-0 win. But Joey Barton, he just has this way of really lifting his players. But I'm hoping that we can, lift another curse, another hoodoo. We had a hoodoo or sort of curse against, Burton, Fleetwood. We've beaten both. We've beaten the Wembley curse as well. So we've been lifting curse left, right and centre. Curses, should I say, left, right and centre over the last few weeks. Can we lift the Joey Barton curse? I'm going to say yes, but I'm only going to go for a 1-0 win. Because I think it will be tight. I think they're going to be really in our faces. but I believe that we'll have just about enough quality to get away with a very, very important 1-0 win away from home against Bristol Rovers. So that will be my match preview to the game. You guys let me know what preferred 11 you would go with, and of course your score prediction as well. I always enjoy looking through the comments of these match previews. Now, my match review for this game, or review for the game, will be on Sunday at some point because I'm working the night shift tomorrow night, so I won't be able to do a review straight after the game. But yes, that's it. So if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.